Good morning students. Today we are going to study about 6th standard social science geography. Unit 2 land and oceans. Part 1. So students listen carefully. If you have any doubts make a note of it which will be clarified on the day of reopening. Students, in this lesson we are going to know the meaning of Pangaea and Panthalassa. To learn about the classification of landforms, to understand the continents and oceans, to know about the land classification in Sangam period, and to learn about the first order landforms. The introduction part of this lesson is conversation between teacher and students about land and oceans. த டீச்சர் அதாவது ஆசிரியர் உள்ளே நுழைகிறார். என்ன செய்கிறார் அப்படின்னா லார்ஜ் சைஸ் என்வலப் நிறைய பேப்பர் அதிகமான ஒரு இதோட உள்ளே வராரு. வந்த உடனே பாருங்கள், த டீச்சர் ஆஸ்க் த சில்ட்ரன் சிட்டிங் த குரூப், ஒரு குரூப்பை உட்கார சொல்லி ஒரு ஆக்டிவிட்டி பண்ண சொல்லி கொடுக்குறாங்க. த டீச்சர் டிஸ்ட்ரிபியூட் த என்வலப், ஒவ்வொரு குரூப்புக்கும் ஒரு என்வலப் அதாவது ஒரு பவுச் ஆஃப் பேப்பர்ஸை கொடுக்குறாங்க. அந்த கான்டினென்ட்ஸை குட்டி குட்டியாக கட் பண்ணி கொடுக்குறாங்க. கொடுத்துட்டு அதை என்ன செய்ய சொல்கிறாங்க அப்படின்னா பேஸ்ட் பண்ண சொல்கிறாங்க. பட் நோ கேப் இல்லாமல் எல்லாத்தையும் ஒட்ட சொல்கிறாங்க. ஸோ ஒட்டினதுக்கப்புறமா யூ ஹாவ் டு கலர் த ரிமைனிங் பிளேஸ் அப்படின்னு சொல்கிறாங்க. தென் த டீச்சர் புட் த சார்ட் ஆன் த போர்ட் அண்ட் த சில்ட்ரன் applaud. Dear students, now let us going about this chart. This is Pangaea. அதாவது லேண்ட்மாஸ் எல்லாம் ஒன்றா சேர்ந்ததை என்னன்னு சொல்லுவோம் அப்படின்னா Pangaea, அதாவது லேண்ட் ஏரியா, மாஸ் லேண்ட் ஏரியா இஸ் கால்ட் Pangaea. தட் இஸ் சூப்பர் காண்டினென்ட். அது சூப்பர் காண்டினென்ட் அப்படின்னா ஆல் த காண்டினென்ட்ஸ் ஆர் கேதரிங் இன் ஒன் வித்தவுட் நோ கேப், இன் பிட்வீன் நோ கேப். The remaining parts, water area is called Panthalassa. Once again I repeat, this is Pangaea, this is supercontinent. Supercontinent means all the continents are closely together. There is no gap between them. And the sea around is Panthalassa. Okay. Next we are going to see about Pangaea. Million years ago the continents was a single large landmass called. ஓகே, நான் சொன்ன மாதிரி தான்ப்பா, ஒரே லேண்ட் மாஸ் ஏரியாவாக இருந்துச்சு. ஸோ அந்த லேண்ட் மாஸ் கான்வனன் லேண்ட் அண்ட் லாரஸியான் ரெண்டு பிரிவாக இருந்துச்சு. லோவர் லாங் டைம் கான்வனன் லேண்ட் இஸ் ப்ரோக் அப், இரண்டாவோட இது சவுத் அமெரிக்கா, தென் நார்த் ஆஃப்ரிக்கா அண்ட் சப்கான்டினென்ட் இந்தியா, ஆஸ்திரேலியா அண்ட் அண்டார்டிகா. தென் லார்ஷியா ஸ்பிளிட் இன்டு நார்த் அமெரிக்கா அண்ட் யுரேஷியா. It was 200 million years ago. Then these landmarks places moved away from each other. அதாவது கொஞ்சம் நாளைக்கு அப்புறம் பார்த்திங்கன்னா ஒவ்வொரு லேண்ட்மார்க்ஸும் கொஞ்சம் கொஞ்சமாக தண்ணியில் நகர ஆரம்பிக்குது. நகர்ந்து தான் இப்போ இருக்கிற மாதிரியான மேப் அமைப்பு, வேர்ல்டு மேப்பில் இருக்கக்கூடிய அமைப்பை இப்போ நம்ம பார்க்குறோம். ஸோ இந்த ரெண்டு வேர்டு, அந்த Pangaea அண்ட் Panthalassa ரெண்டு வேர்டு இதுலேருந்து வந்துச்சுன்னு பார்த்தீங்கன்னா க்ரீக் வேர்ட். Okay, the Greek word Pangaea means all the earth. The Greek word Panthalassa means all the sea. Okay, these two words derived from the Greek word. Okay, do you have any idea? ஏதாவது ஐடியா இருக்கா இந்த கான்டினென்ட்லாம் எப்படி மூவ் ஆச்சுன்னு சொல்லிட்டு? Yes, due to the internal heat of the earth, the continents move away from each other to gain the present position. Okay. Next we are going to know about continents and oceans in detail. You know that surface of the earth is covered by water and land. Water occupies 71% on the earth's surface and land occupies 29% on the earth's surface. The surface of the earth is not even because the earth has lofty mountains, which means the highest mountains, deep oceans and other landforms. Dear students, next we can learn about the classification of landforms. Landforms are classified under three categories: first order landforms, second order landforms and third order landforms. First order landforms are continents, oceans. Second order landforms are plateaus, mountains, plains. Third order landforms, valleys, beaches and sand dunes. One second, I repeat. Continents or oceans are first order landforms. Plateaus, mountains and plains are second order landforms. Valleys, beaches and sand dunes are third landforms. Okay. Next we can see about land classification in Sangam period. In Sangam period, the landforms can be classified into 5 types. They are Kurunji, Mullai, Marudam, Neidal, Palai. The first is Kurunji, mountains and its environs, which means the place around mountain area. Kurunji was the hilly forested terrain rich with verdant slopes, flowers, birds and wildlife. Next is Mullai, forest and its surroundings. Mullai is the land of the forest. The forest is rich with lakes, waterfalls, teak, bamboo and sandalwood. Next is Marudam. Agricultural land and its adjoining areas is known as Marudam. Adjoining means the nearest area. Otherwise, the plain area is known as Marudam. Next is Neidal. Sea and its environs, it's known as Neidal, which means the sea and its nearest area is known as Neidal. And Palai. Desert region is known as Palai. Next important term mentioned in this lesson is first order landforms. Continents and oceans are grouped as first order landforms. The first order landforms are continents and oceans. First we can see about continents. The huge land masses on earth are called continents, which means a very large area of land located on the earth's surface are called continents. There are 7 continents located on the earth's surface. According to their size, the 7 continents are Asia, Africa, North America, South America, Antarctica, Europe and Australia. Once again I repeat students, Asia, Africa, North America, South America, Antarctica, Europe and Australia are 7 continents located on the earth's surface. Next is largest and smallest continents. According to this size, the largest continent is Asia and the smallest continent is Australia. Once again I repeat it, Asia is the largest continent and Australia is the smallest continent. Next we can learn about oceans. A huge water bodies are called oceans, which means a very large water body on the earth's surface are called oceans. Students, as I told before, 71% of the water occupies on the earth's surface. There are 5 oceans located on the earth's surface. The 5 oceans are Pacific Ocean, Atlantic Ocean, Indian Ocean, Southern Ocean, Arctic Ocean. Once again I repeat, Pacific Ocean, Atlantic Ocean, Indian Ocean, Southern Ocean and Arctic Ocean are 5 oceans located on the earth's surface. According to this size of the oceans, the largest ocean is Pacific Ocean and the smallest ocean is Arctic Ocean. So Pacific Ocean is the largest ocean and Arctic Ocean is the smallest ocean on the earth's surface. Dear students, next we are going to see about second order landforms. The second order landforms are categorized as mountains, plateaus and plains. Once again repeat, mountains, plateaus and plains are second order landforms. First we can see about mountains. A landform that rises 600 meter above its surroundings and has steep slopes is called mountains. Slope is the inclination of the land surface. Once again I repeat, a landform that rises 600 meter above its surroundings and has steep slopes is called mountains. The mountains are found in isolation, which means a single mountain, or in groups. It means a group of mountains. So the mountains are found in isolation or in groups. The next we can see about mountains range. Students, look at the picture. The mountains that occupies for the large area of land continuously. It is called mountain ranges. If mountains extend for a larger area continuously, it is called mountains range. These ranges stretch for hundreds or thousands of kilometers. The Himalayas of Asia, the Rocky Mountains of North America, the Andes Mountains of South America are some example of mountains. Next is longest mountain range. And these mountains in South America is the longest mountains range in the world. And the range is about 7,000 kilometers. Next is mountain peak. The highest point of a mountain is known as its peak. Students, Mount Everest is the highest peak in the world and its height is about 8,848 meters. Next we are going to see about advantages of mountains. Otherwise, the uses of mountains. Mountains are the sources of rivers, which means the most of the rivers are formed from the mountains. Next is they provide shelter to flora and fauna. Flora means plants and fauna means animals, which means the mountains is the farm for many wild animals and plants and trees. Tourism is an important activity on mountains. More than 50 million people visit mountains each year. During summer, people go to mountains region to enjoy the pleasing cool weather. Next, we can see about some hill stations of Tamil Nadu. The first is Udagamandalam. The other name of Udagamandalam is Ooty. It is a popular hill resort in Nilgiris district. Next is Kodaikanal. Kodaikanal is a city of hills in Dindigul district. Its name in the Tamil language means the gift of the forest. Kodaikanal refers to as the Queen of Hill Station. Next is Kolli Hills or Kollimalai. Kolli Hills or Kollimalai is a small mountain range located in Namakkal district. The next is Yerkad. Yerkad is a hill station in Salem district. It experiences pleasant weather throughout the year. Next is Nilgiris. This place station located in Tirupattur district. Dear students, next is Isthmus. A narrow slip of land which connects two land masses or separate two large water bodies is known as isthmus. Once again I repeat students, a narrow strip of land which connects two large land masses or separates two large water bodies. Do you know December 11 is the International Mountain Day. Next, we can move on to plateaus. Plateaus are the elevated portions of the earth that have flat surfaces bounded by steep slopes, which means the highest flattened portions of the earth. The elevation of the plateaus may be a few hundred or several thousands meters, which means the height of the plateaus may be a few hundred or several thousand meters. Next is highest plateau. Tibetan plateau is the highest plateau in the world. Its height is above 4,500 meters. So it is called a roof of the world. Next is tableland. The flat topped part of the plateau is called a tableland, which means the top flat portions of the plateau, it's look like it a table, so it is called a tableland. Next is minerals rich plateaus. Chota Nagpur plateau is one of the minerals rich plateau in India. Therefore, mining is one of the major activities of the people living here, which means mining is the major occupation of the people who living in Chota Nagpur plateau. Mining is the industry or activities connected with getting valuable or useful minerals from the ground. For an example, diamond, gold. Then Deccan Plateau. Deccan Plateau in peninsular India is of a volcanic origin, which means the Deccan Plateau is located in South India and it is for volcanic activity. Do you know Dharmaburi Plateau, Coimbatore Plateau and Madurai Plateau are founded in Tamil Nadu. Next we are going to see about plains. Plains are the flat and relatively low-lying lands. Plains are usually less than 200 meters above the sea level. Sometimes plains may be rolling or undulating. Undulating means rising and falling like waves. Most of the plains are formed by rivers and their tributaries and their distributaries. Tributary means the river that flow into the main rivers. Once again I repeat, tributary means a river that flow into the main river. Distributary means a river that flow into a tributaries. Okay, once again I repeat, distributary means a river that flow into a tributaries. So, the most of the plains are formed by rivers and their tributaries and distributaries. Plains are extensively used for agriculture due to the presence of water and fertile soil, which means the minerals rich soil. So the plains are most suitable for human inhabitation, which means a living place of human. Hence, they are highly populated regions of the world. Students, the oldest civilization, ancient Mesopotamia and Indus civilization developed in river plains. The Indo-Gangetic plain in North India is one of the largest plains in the world. The plains formed by Kaveri and Vaigai are most important plains found in Tamil Nadu. Next is a deltas. A delta is an area of low flat land and where rivers split and spread out into several branches before entering in the sea. Once again I repeat, a delta is an area of low flat land and where river split and spread out into several branches before entering the sea. Tanjore, Nagapattinam are most important delta places found in Tamil Nadu. Next is coastal plains. The coastal plains are low-lying lands and descend to oceans and seas. which means the nearest low-lying lands of oceans and seas are called coastal plains areas. Dear students, the plains have been cradle of civilizations from the earliest times. For example, the Indus in India, the Nile Valley in Egypt are some of the early civilizations which developed and flourished. Next we are going to third order landforms. The third order landforms are valley, sand dune, beach. The third order landforms are formed on mountains, plateaus and plains mainly by erosional and capacital activities of rivers, glaciers, wind and waves. Next is the important term mentioned in this lesson is erosion. It is the process of removal of surface materials from the earth crust, which means the removal of the minerals from the earth's surface is known as erosion. Next is deposition. The eroded material are transported and deposited on the low-lying areas. This process is called a deposition. Once again I repeat the eroded materials are transported and deposited on the low-lying areas. This process is called deposition. I hope you understood this class. Now let's recall the textbook pages related to today's topic. Today we have seen about Pangaea, the supercontinent, and the sea around is Panthalassa. It was 200 million years ago. Then these land masses moved away from each other to gain the present position and continents and oceans. Then the earth is covered by water which occupies 71% and land that occupies 29% of the earth's surface. Then the classification of landforms: first order landforms, second order landforms and third order landforms. First order landforms are continents and oceans. Second order landforms are mountains, plateaus and plains. Third order landforms are valleys, beaches and sand dunes. First order landforms is continents and oceans are grouped as first order landforms. The last landmasses on earth are called continents and huge water bodies are called oceans. There are 7 continents. They are Asia, Africa, North America, South America, Antarctica, Europe and Australia. Asia is the largest continent. There is Australia is the smallest one. Next we can see the oceans. There are 5 oceans located on the earth surface. They are the Pacific, Atlantic, Indian, Southern and Arctic oceans. Among these oceans, the Pacific Ocean is the largest and the Arctic Ocean is the smallest. The second order landforms. The second order landforms are categorized as mountains, plateaus and plains. Next is third order landforms. Third order landforms are formed by mountains, plateaus and plains mainly by erosional and depositional activities of river, glaciers, winds and waves. Thank you students. And sand dunes are the some examples of the third order landforms. Thank you students. Then evaluation some questions. You have to try to answers in these questions in your notebook. Okay. What is continent? What are oceans? Name a second order landforms. Which is the highest plateaus in the world? List out the names of continents according to their size. Dear students, you have to try these questions and answer in the note it in your social notebook. Okay. I repeat it. What is continent? What are the oceans? Name the second order landforms, which is the highest plateau in the world. List out the names of continents according to their size. Dear students, let us see about the oceans in our next class. Thank you.